area for yourself to get and to retain great study habits, because it's very important to going through college and making it through and actually succeeding. And first, it doesn't take, everyone has their own technique of studying, and everyone finds their own rhythm when studying, and finding that rhythm that works for you, which is most important. And for me, I like to be at a table. I like to be at a large table where I can have all of my stuff spread out. I don't like it to be small, compact. I like to have, options. I like to have it spread out. So when I do that, I feel like my mind is more open to new things. So when that happens, I like to have books, and I like to write stuff. I like to write stuff down, and I like to have books. And when I'm reading something and I like to read it, I'll repeat myself, and then I'll say it over to myself over and over again. But at the same time, I'll write it down on a piece of paper over and over again, or say it's during like anatomy or class, but anything, I like to draw pictures of it. I'm more of a visual kind of guy when I do that. I'm more of a visual person, and I tend to understand better when it's more visual. And I can't just read something, read it, and get it. Myself, I just don't work that way. So I have to write it down, and I have to read it. And I can't keep having to write it down. I just can't just look at it, remember it, and then poof, I know it. I have to always write it down, and it seems to filter through better that way than just reading it and not writing anything down. Another thing that will really save you through school, college, high school, is note cards. Just pour a 6 note card, any color. These really help with your study habits. Writing something down and trying to remember it. You write stuff on your note card, and it's just very good practice when doing it. And it seems for me, the information better, and you gain it faster, and you actually know it over time. So, and at first for me, I found my study habits through community college. I really found myself and how to do everything that works for me. And it took a while. For other people it might be smooth, but as you go on, you really start to find different things that work for you and different strategies. And so, at first, my study habits were bad. Didn't know what I was doing. I'd get an F. But over time, I kept trying and kept studying, and I'd find different things here and there. Maybe I'd pick up the note card, do that, or I would write more down, or I'd actually take more time doing it and understand better. And then, boom, my grades started looking like that, C+. Just little steps progressing, which is important. And then maybe I was reading more, and keeping my mind busy, doing more note cards. And actually, what I found that works for me, super helpful, is pacing. And when I study, I can only sit for so long. And maybe, half an hour, I have to stand up, maybe get a little snack and pace. But when I do my note cards, my flashcards, I have to be pacing. I have to be walking. And I feel like when I'm walking and pacing around, my mind's working better. So after that, everything's going good. Boom. Grades started looking like that. B+. Progress. It's getting to it. It's getting done. Then after that, maybe, write a little more, study more, read more. It's just over time. And as I found with the pacing and with the open table, that really helps me having that space, is I need quietness. I need it to be quiet. And after that, I would gain so much more information. I'd gain so much more knowledge.